Hello, John and Catherine. Hello, everyone. Amy of AJC Magic TV. Yeah, I just started a little bit early here. There's like 2 more minutes, but I figure might as well get going, get the stream going. I just wanted to give myself time to get back over from being on Team Marie's stream. So I do welcome you all in. Um, I figure today, with the holiday season quickly coming upon us, next week is Thanksgiving. It seems like everybody rushes over the Thanksgiving holiday because they start all the different Christmas activities and everything. But hello, Paul Engel. Hello, Rob Fuzz. Hello, Cynthia Candy Bomb. Thank you for joining. I do appreciate it. Welcome in. Welcome in to anyone who's ninja watching. It's much appreciated. Um, I just figure I would talk about various Christmas or holiday traditions that you have. I know not everybody celebrates Christmas. Hello, Dave, Adventures by D. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hello, Ryan, Captain Acheron, Tracy Glenn. Thank you for joining. Um, yeah, have fun in class, Tracy. But thank you for joining. But I thought maybe like some of the traditions that you may have with your family, or maybe they might not be traditions. Maybe it's a certain thing that you guys always do every year, like going to see Christmas lights or um, just whatever. I know a lot of people start putting up their tree right after Halloween. I know my family, we don't, we do a real tree, so we wait until after Thanksgiving and go get our real tree from one of the tree lots and everything. I have friends that go and cut down their own trees at various farms. I know this year they have said that the real trees might be but that the real trees might be kind of scarce this year, so we'll see, or could be expensive and everything. Welcome in, Penguin Master. Thank you for joining. Um, One of the traditions, we do fondue on Christmas Eve. Yeah, I have some friends that's what they do on Christmas Eve and everything. So I know for my family and the city of Pittsburgh, the week before Thanksgiving, they have a Pittsburgh light up night in downtown Pittsburgh where they light up the downtown Christmas tree, and then there's a Christmas tree in Point State Park that they light up, and they bring in some entertainment and family activities and some fireworks. Um, I've only gone a couple times to the light up night. Um, just because of work and different other activities going on. Um, but it's this Saturday. They actually moved it from Friday night to Saturday. I guess do more activities and bring in more events and stuff like that. So I may end up going downtown. They will be starting their German Christmas market in Market Square. So if any of you live in and around the Pittsburgh area, go check out downtown because they do have a lot of activities, especially the weekends in Market Square. But they do run the market, German market, every day up to, I believe, December 23rd is the last showing of the. No problem. We just got started. Monarch Moments. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's Joey's World. Lisa, Keith, and Joey. And so sometimes I get to go down to the light up night, other times just depends on work and other activities that might be going on. I see Penguin Master likes the Christmas music and movies and eating cookies and drinking eggnog. I see other people saying we do fondue on Christmas Eve. We don't do a tree until after Thanksgiving, like what Candy Mom has said. Um, then, of course, on Thanksgiving, one of the traditions I know for me is getting up and watching the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Day Parade. I know last year it was just like pre-recorded stuff. I did not watch it, but that's always a tradition of getting up, watching the parade, and then of course watching all the traditional football that they have on TV, and um, just enjoy the family and sitting around and everything. In the old days when they actually had Black Friday shopping, yes, I'm shamelessly saying that I do go um, Black Friday shopping. Um, I really enjoyed liking the hunt whenever you got up early in the middle of the night on Friday morning. I know now they have it on Thanksgiving evening to get the jump on it. So yeah, I'm shamelessly have gone to do that, but I've also been asked by some family members in the days of when Toys R Us was open. Welcome in, Will. Thank you for joining. Welcome in, John Surfum. I know you were here earlier. Just caught that. Yes, it was a rare catch. Yeah, that was a pretty cool fish that you caught there, John. That was a pretty big fish. Hello, Annie Koo. Thank you for joining. um, but so I would go out and get in line because they needed the next hot toy or whatever, and they weren't able to um, get out because they were with other family members and from their family dinner and and everything. So that's usually my Thanksgiving, Black Friday morning tradition. Now that the kids are a little bit older, it's a lot easier because most of them we do go and buy the video games because they usually are a little bit cheaper that evening and some other merchandise. But other than that, now it's not as exciting, and I don't really have to go out as much now that they're older, and some of them just would like to have a gift card or something anyway, so they make it a lot easier. um, but let me know in the chat what you guys do during the holiday season, because I know my church has an Advent evening where the tradition is the different craft making, and the biggest thing is making gingerbread houses using milk cartons and graham crackers and frosting, like a batter frosting to help keep the graham crackers on the milk cartons. um, but it's always been a tradition, and that's one of the things that a lot of the kids enjoy, and some of the big kids enjoy doing the crafts and making the gingerbread houses. And I know the city of Pittsburgh, usually they would have a big gingerbread house contest, and a lot of them are made out of the graham crackers and the different materials like that. So sorry, I'm not actually catching the chat of different comments and stuff, so do apologize. But yeah, hello, Dreamer Deborah. Thank you for joining. I never actually bought one of the kits that they have in the stores. Hello, Noah. Thank you for joining. Um, but I've done the ones that my church has done, and that's usually the only gingerbread house that I get to do. Hello, Movie Mania Nick. Um, is do the get a milk carton and then get the graham crackers and various pieces of candy and put it on the house. It'll usually last all the way through Christmas, and then I pretty much have to throw it away afterwards. But I don't usually do the kits that I look at them when I'm at Walmart or some of the other stores that sell them, but I've never actually bought one of them, one of the kits that I've seen other people do on their streams, or even just if your house does one of those gingerbread houses. The other thing is there's holiday concerts that I have attended, whether it's a high school holiday concert, because I have family members that were in the choir or band, concert band. So I attend those. On Christmas Eve, usually we have an open house in between the church services, because I was part of the church choir, and so I would attend one of the services and then be a part of the choir for the. It used to be at 11 o'clock and ended at midnight, but then they moved it up to 10 to 11, and that would be the traditional service where the choir was participating. So we pretty much just have an open house of snacks like shrimp, the shrimp cocktail, and and various snacks of crackers and cheese and stuff. When I was young, we would have a jigsaw puzzle working starting at Thanksgiving and going through New Year's. Often it would be more than one puzzle. Wow, that's pretty good tradition. Hello, Billy, Kenzie Days' mom. No problem. Thank you for joining. Hope you guys are having good dinner. Enjoy your dinner. So, yeah, so also, like Penguin Master said, going ice skating. In downtown Pittsburgh, they actually have an outdoor ice skating rink in the PPG Plaza, which is next door to the Market Square area. So you can go and do your Christmas shopping in downtown and then go over if you want to ice skate there. But there's also various ice skating rinks in the two county parks that are here and in the Shenley Park and down in Pittsburgh also. So ice skating, that was always fun, outdoor ice skating. There are some indoor ice skating rinks in our area also. So let me know what you guys do, whether you go out to dinner. I have friends that do hibachi. They'll go to a hibachi place on Christmas Eve after the church service. Um, Even stuff that led up to it. I know for me, I'm going to a holiday event tomorrow night if it does not rain. Yeah, the rain would be, um, yeah, that would be a downer, especially if it's an outdoor event. I know I kind of watched the thing. One of the places that I'm hoping to go to that we've kind of made it a tradition is the Kennywood Park amusement park has holiday lights in and around the park, and we're hoping to go do that at least one time as long as the weather is fairly well. And also, there's other drive-through Christmas light places now that have been popping up around. That'll be fun though, Movie Mania, Nick. Um, my brother is doing Chinese now for Christmas, so they don't have to cook. Yeah, that I always hear people like, let's just get Chinese. And I know a big tradition for me starting Christmas Eve. The Christmas Story movie is on one of our TVs at least for the 24 hours, and you just kind of pop in and watch different parts of it. We like to drive around the neighborhood and look at Christmas lights with hot chocolate. Hello, this our dreams, Jeff and Angela. Um, yeah, Bob and Kelly, we used to do that as a kid when I was a kid, also driving around. We still kind of do that now. Because some of the houses here, I know in the town that I live in, they actually have a house decorating contest. Um, so so we'll go around and look, and sometimes I'll take pictures and do like a little video of all the different houses and stuff. People go all out almost, Chevy Chase wise. Yes, Movie Mania, Nick. I love A Christmas Story. I actually got to go to the house in Ohio to look around and everything. And I know I found out like through another YouTuber that you could actually stay there, but I've never really done that, and I'm not sure if I really want to, just because it's real close to where I live, so it doesn't take that long to get there. um, let's see, what else did I miss? Why don't you guys ever say let's go get Japanese and invite me over? I have friends that go get hibachi Japanese there, Garrett, on Christmas Eve, but you live too far to invite you. Of course, I watch try to watch all the different Christmas holiday movies that are out, or put in my own movies. Like I know some people like A Christmas Vacation. I'll watch that. A Christmas Story. Of course, watching and Charlie Brown and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. A lot of those films, I have them on DVD. Plus, now you can get them off of Netflix or any of those other channels that are out there, streaming services. So, um, another big tradition I know for me for a while there was going to Disney World for the Christmas holiday, at least making a trip out of it over the it sometime in December, and of course going to Disney World, especially when the Osborne lights were there, and I really enjoy the candlelight processional. I could watch that almost every night. Yes, the Charlie Brown Christmas, It's a Wonderful Life. Yes, they're watching It's a Wonderful Life. I love White Christmas. Um, One of the things that they do here in Pennsylvania, in Indiana, Pennsylvania, where Jimmy Stewart is from, there is a museum there, and they will show It's a Wonderful Life in the little theater up there as a holiday special. So some of the movie theaters around here, um, they will have various Christmas movies. I know last year I went and saw A Christmas Story on the big screen because it had been a long time since I'd seen it on the big screen. And I was really the only one in there, so I had a private showing of A Christmas Story. But it was only $5 to go and everything. We always watch, yeah, I love the White Christmas. I always miss it because it's like later in the evening. Of course, Elf. I know we watch Elf, Scrooge. We watch a lot of them. Yes, well, I do miss the Osborne lights. Although I know, yeah, I think they are going to Branson. Timothy Rainwaters, welcome in too. Thank you for joining. Um, but now they have various drive-through places in my area that are about an hour away. I know our Pittsburgh Zoo is bringing back holiday lights. Um, and then there's a few other places. Wheeling, West Virginia, at Ogle Bay Park. They've had a drive-through place for many years. Give Kids the World have Osborne lights that Disney donated to them. Yes, that's true, Noah. They have some of the lights from there too. But they do have a lot of movies. And welcome in, Rock and Robin Glenn. Thank you for joining. Um, so usually every weekend here in Pittsburgh, you can find something going on. Like the Pittsburgh Symphony would have their um, Christmas Pops concerts. I'm not sure if they're having them this year because I haven't really heard some advertisement, but they are advertising other concerts that are happening before that. Um, a church that I know of, they do the Hallelujah Chorus show. I'm not sure if they're doing it this year, but I know the some of the other symphonies and stuff in the area do the Hallelujah Chorus program. I just haven't heard that church advertise about it. Plus, they do have to prepare and everything like that. So I'm not sure if they'll be doing that again. They'll probably run like a pre-programmed show on the streaming service. But I don't know, like where some of you live, if they have a lot of different times. Will, it's a go with dinner out with Chapek. It's a go. Yeah, the Disney news about D23, that's pretty sad that you're the CEO of the company and you're not going to show up to D23 and you're afraid of Disney fans. Shame on you, Disney and Bob Chapek, for not showing up to a program where people actually pay some good money to have you welcome them to the program and stuff like that, and you can't even show up because people don't like you or whatever the problem is. Get it right and start fixing things, make people happy, and they won't be angry and everything. So that's just my big soapbox rant there with Disney. Um, but I know, like myself, going to Disney over the years in December, I usually would attend at least one of the Christmas parties. Um, Definitely the candlelight processional I would see. Also, at Hollywood Studios now, I really love the decorations at Hollywood Studios. Yes, he does need the man up there, but Yeah, that's pretty sad. Um, but 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 going to Disney for Christmas, I remember the first time I ever went. By the time I got home, even though Christmas was still a couple of weeks, like a week or two away, um, I felt like I already had my Christmas. And then not that it was a letdown when it actually became Christmas, just because in a lot of days, I do work for a different company now, but when I was in the retail business, I mean, I worked up until Christmas Eve, and then you were like, okay, Christmas Day is my only day off. And, but, um, so I'd be like, but then it was like kind of, tiring by then, but it was kind of a letdown by the time Christmas came. Although once I get to the Christmas Eve service at my church, which is candlelight service, that just kind of like, okay, this is nice and everything like that. Do we know he is being a chicken? I'm not sure, Candy Mom. I mean, I've seen some reports of them saying different things. I don't know if that's true or not, or if he actually had another obligation. I'm not sure. But that's still pretty bad when you know that you're having this big event that people paid for because they're D23 members and they're big fans. I mean, I'm a D23 member. I would have loved to have gone for that, but I had already a few trips. I mean, I would love to actually get back down there for Christmas season too, because I really enjoyed the Christmas after hours, and it would be and watching other people back at there. Um, there are some things that I kind of miss, but I would probably go back to it again if I was actually going down in December. But I'm probably not going to. Hello, Surfer Girl Cherie. Yes, it was great spending time with you at the Magic Kingdom with you and James and Russ, and at the Polynesian for lunch. That was pretty fun there. Can't wait to renew so I can get my lunchbox. Yes. Yeah, I got that my lunchbox and everything like that. So, but but yeah, that's just pretty sad there. But and also when I'm at Disney visiting all the different resorts that have the, you know, I know like right now the Grand Floridian had the gingerbread house set up. I got lucky enough to see the gingerbread house, but it wasn't open yet. At the beach club, they were already selling the gingerbread treats or whatever treats that they had with their gingerbread chocolate carousel. Um, and now I know all the other resorts after I left are pretty much getting decorated, and the Christmas trees up at Epcot. The only parks that were decorated, well, and I think Animal Kingdom might have been decorated, but on my trip, since I didn't have much, only a few days, I never got to the Animal Kingdom to actually see what that park was like. But their decorations are a little more nature oriented, where like Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom, it's full blown Christmas type of stuff. But I my favorite park that's decorated is Hollywood Studios. I love that vintage style. It just reminds me some of the little towns that are around me that would decorate for Christmas and that still do. Um, so that really is a very nicely decorated park for Christmas. Hello, Dawn of Hitchhiking Bones. Thank you for joining. That's good news there, Cherie, that things are going well for James. Hopefully, he'll be prayers for healing there, continued healing. But Hollywood Studios is one of my favorites in the last couple of years of their decorating and everything. So that was that's one of my favorites. I love how the reflection of the globes on the water and the tree and everything like that. I had the same shirt you have on. I wore. Yeah, I got this. I don't know. I think it was 2019. Yeah, 2019. I got that one. I bought the newest one this year. Okay, Garrett. I bought the newest T-shirt. It's a green one, so I'll be wearing that one shortly. with the holiday season coming up. I do have a Disneyland spirit jersey I bought last year at the Disney store when they reopened. Um, but there was a Disneyland one, not a Walt Disney World one. It's around here somewhere. I was trying to find it to take it with me when I went to Disney World. That would have been nice to have for the party because it was a little chilly then. But other than that, it was um, really nice. Yeah, Bob and Kelly, the Wilderness Lodge. I know when they built that, they do decorate really nice in the lobby, and they had a really nice gingerbread log cabin type of thing the last couple years. So that is very nice. And the Wilderness Lodge is very cozy and everything. I think it's one of my favorites there. A lot of nooks and crannies and everything. I really do enjoy the Wilderness Lodge, although sometimes it can be transportation wise. Um, the boat's nice to go to the Magic Kingdom, and I believe sometimes they run a bus to the either to the TTC or right to the bus station at the Magic Kingdom. I haven't checked to see, but I know they had a bus to Fort Wilderness um, at the bus stations just because I had seen it there whenever. Sometimes when I was, even though I was at the All Star Music this past trip, they actually went up to the very first area to just drop people off if they were switching ships and everything. Yeah, the boats are nice to ride around. I know when Cherie and James and Russ and I, we took the boat that goes to the Grand Floridian and then the Polynesian, and then it'll go back to the Magic Kingdom. But those little ferry boat, well, they actually got, they still have the little ferry boat, but now they have a bigger boat now to those resorts, kind of like the ones that they use for Fort Wilderness and something, and the Wilderness Lodge too. But the boats are it's always fun. I like the Disney transportation. I There's days that I could just go, you can get on the Skyliner and catch a bus to Disney Springs and ride a boat up to one of the other resorts, or um, take the bus to the Magic Kingdom, ride the monorail around, and then get on a ferry boat to one of the resorts and everything. But yeah, it can get chilly there, Bob and Kelly. Yes, because that's one of the things. Um, this past trip, now it's a little bit warmer down in Florida, but over the last weekend, when they had the big meetup at the boardwalk, it was pretty cold there, and it pretty just as cold there as it was here in my hometown, Pittsburgh, and everything. Okay, Candy Mom, thank you for joining. Have a great day and or a great night. But yeah, it was kind of chilly along the boardwalk there with the water and the lake. And I know Epcot always feels chillier too because of that big lake and the wind coming across since it's all open there. I know a couple of times I've been down in December and I was glad I actually had my winter coat with me because I used to just leave it in the car and have a different jacket. And one time I decided to take it and I'm glad I did because it was really cool. Hello, Arthur Harris 2306. Thank you for joining. She wants to ride all the transportation. Oh, yes, I just read your comment again, Candy Mom, and I was saying on my next trip, I'm leaving my kid with you. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I actually, my nephew, when he was little, he always wanted to ride the monorail. He'd tell his mom, "Give Amy your ticket so we could go ride the monorail and the boats and stuff." They had more fun riding the transportation and swimming in the pools a lot of times than sometimes being in the park. But yeah, I can understand that. Um, but I can't wait for the railroad to come back, the Walt Disney World Railroad. That's one of my favorites. So, so that, yeah, I like the transportation. I've done that a few times. We went to the Grand on the monorail after you left. So glad we did because I was able to get lots of video. Yes, that was, yeah, Surfer Girl. That's true because I know when I was when I was before I had met you guys, I had stopped at the Grand Floridian because I forgot to go to the coin machine to see what 50th anniversary medallion coins they had, because I think it might have been over by Gasparilla's and I forgot to ask, and nobody was around. But I was kind of disappointed because the gingerbread house itself wasn't going to open up till the next day. She was mad that we got a ride back to the resort. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, the last time I rode the train, yeah, it would have been probably 2018 or 2019, and then it shut down for the building of Tron. So it'll be nice if they can get that back up and running. We heard the train whistle blow when we were in MK, and it tricked us into thinking the railroad was going on again. Yeah, I wonder if they can run it. Well, I guess not. Um, from the backstage up to Main Street, because I know they had it parked there for a while when I went down. I'm trying to think. Well, it had to have been in 2019. It was parked up in the train station for a while there. I was trying to think when, because I didn't go in 2020. I've gone since June of 2021. So yeah, it's they must not be able to pull it out, or maybe they were running. But I know sometimes when you hear the steamboat, it sounds like the train whistle also. I didn't get to ride the train at the Magic Kingdom, and the train closed. Yeah. So yeah, it must have been 2018 then too for me. The last time I rode the train, then if it was closed April 2019. Because yeah, I think I did a Facebook live when I was on the train, and I wish I would have done it on a regular video of it, because that would be really nice. I love the sound of the boat. Yeah, and the boat's relaxing and everything like that. And if you can listen to the stories and stuff, there's some nice views of Big Thunder Mountain and of course the Haunted Mansion and stuff. But sometimes it seems like it can last a little longer than maybe sometimes I like. But it's a nice break of getting out of the crowds and stuff. Yeah, longest refurbishment ever. Because it always seemed like it was either the train down or the boat down. They never seemed to be up and running together. I will say, I hope they bring back some of the tours. I know they have some different VIP tours and maybe some other things, but one of the tours that I got to do before um, things shut down was the backstage train, the steam engine trains, where you got to take a train around and then they showed you how they fired it up and released the steam and took you out to the engine house, the roundhouse area, backstage and everything. And it was a really neat tour. Yeah, Candy Mom, I would love to go back down under there. That's one of the things I'm waiting for is the Keys to the Kingdom tour. Being a former cast member back in the 90s, um, I'm sure it's changed underneath there, so it would be neat to go back down under there. I know they don't take you to all the places, but just to kind of relive that moment and see what it's like down there now, 30 years later. So that was the thing. I wish you could ride the train backwards. I thought they did do something years ago where they actually had an area of the train shut down, but then they actually ran the train backwards. But I could have been just imagining that at one time that they didn't have the full circle open, but they were able to do that. But I could be wrong or imagining that of them running it backwards at one time. But yeah, there's a few tours I want to do. I definitely want to do the one that they do at the Animal Kingdom, where you're out on the safari area. Okay, Bob and Kelly, thank you for joining. Yeah, I wish I would have had one more day because I could have at least met you guys, because I know just being rushed, and it seemed like I was in opposite parks of some of the people, and that 2 o'clock park hopping didn't help me on my last day to be able to kind of meet up with everyone, because I needed to be back to my resort by 3:30, and um, Yeah, there was a few people that came in right around either when I was leaving or the day before, and I never got to meet up. So hopefully another trip will coincide at a time, because I know like Paul Engel came in the day that I was leaving, and stuff. So we have to do the animal tour with Jeff and Walt. It would be hysterical. Yeah, Bob and Kelly, that was the thing there. Yeah, a lot of times I was opposite of some different people. So yeah, but that 2 o'clock park hopping thing, that didn't help me at sometimes. So it was like, ah. But maybe next time I'll run into everyone or try and do something again if people um kind of plan something like that again. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But have a great evening, Bob and Kelly. Thank you for joining tonight. Also, just as a reminder, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It does help out our channel, lets YouTube know that we are live. The more thumbs up that you get, the better they promote your channel and everything. I know I'm not sure when I'll get back down to Walt Disney World. You never know. I know I probably won't be down probably for the rest of the year, but sometime and maybe in the early like February, March time. I'd like to try to get down for the Festival of the Arts, so I have to talk to a few people to see if they're interested in going then. Um, and probably a trip either in the summer type of trip. But I know I would love to try to do a probably like a December trip next year with that. But I also want to try to do a Disneyland trip, so that's going to determine some things. Also, how many times I get to Walt Disney World, and I know I have to decide here whether or not I'm going to renew my annual pass or kind of take the chance and let it go, and hopefully prices don't go up by the time I decide I want to renew, want to want to re up the annual pass, but I'm not sure what I'll do. We'll be going for my birthday. Oh, okay. You'll have to let me know when that is, Cherie, and we'll see because I know I have a niece that would like to go down, and we were kind of talking about that. Yeah, it looks a lot of fun. There's some art pieces that I different artists that are there that I'm kind of interested in, and see what other art that they might have. I also need to get over to Universal Studios. I've been carrying a ticket around that I bought a couple years ago, and um, the last trip that I was actually down there and went to Universal Studios, I had another ticket that I used, and then I was hoping to go to Universal Studios on either on my last June trip or this or the October one or the beginning of September one and get an annual pass, but I just never got over there to make the time to get over there to do that. And I thought about doing it this trip, but when you only have 4 days and you were having fun with different people and friends and stuff like that, it was hard to take myself away from the other parks. Um, I know I got away from the holiday traditions. If any of you have different holiday traditions, let me know what you guys do. I'm going in April so far. Want to squeeze an art one in. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to try to do that too. Because I like the Broadway shows and stuff that they do too. But if any of you have any holiday traditions that you do with your family, whether you plan a holiday movie night or you go see Christmas lights. I know Bob and Kelly has said that they drive around neighborhoods that some of the best lights. We do that. Drive around some neighborhoods and houses to check out what other people do because people really do go all out at times. We watch holiday movies. We go see Christmas lights at various displays. Go to Kohl's for blankets. Yeah, whether you go Black Friday shopping, I know nowadays stores seem to be doing earlier and earlier. I would probably say if you want something and you see it, you better grab it because of the supply. Oh, pardon me, the supplies. Um, so yeah, it's just been kind of crazy there. They have the best ones on sale for $8. I have seen that, Candy Mom. That's the problem. I have so many different fleece blankets and various things. Hello, Francisco. Thank you for joining. I do appreciate you stopping in. I decorate Christmas on Black Fridays. Yeah, we kind of start putting out some of the Christmas lights over Thanksgiving, depending on the weather. Usually I'll say, hey, let's get it out because it's like 60 degrees or 50, no snow. And then we don't get it out. And then, of course, the one day we want to get it out, it snows and it's cold and blustery. And so then we hurry up and get them out while it's snowing and everything. And we had made it a tradition. Usually the Friday after Thanksgiving, we would go see the holiday lights at Kennywood since we have passes for that, and kind of just enjoy the lights and everything. I know it starts this weekend, so we may end up going there or another holiday drive-through light show and stuff. And I know I usually like to take off a couple days or two in December to go downtown Pittsburgh to their German Christmas market, um, and see Santa Claus and also one of the other museums that does a Christmas display in Pittsburgh, and see the trains also, train displays and stuff because we really enjoy the trains and the train tables and stuff like that. So, but that's pretty much it. If anybody else has any other traditions or different things that you do for the holidays, not everybody celebrates Christmas. I know Hanukkah will be coming up soon, um, for that tradition, for the Jewish tradition. And I do have some friends that celebrate Hanukkah, and so so I'm not sure what other people do during their time. I know sometimes, and I'm kind of bad about that, but I know after the Christmas morning and the family comes, um, and yeah, I'm kind of shameless to say, but I do go to the movies sometimes on Christmas. And we made it kind of a tradition because my mom would work, and after we'd go to my grandparents, we'd drop her off work, um, and we would pick a Christmas movie that came out and everything like that. I mail my Christmas cards out the first weekend after Thanksgiving. Ah, good for you, because I'm terrible at Christmas cards. I have Christmas cards in boxes, but I'm terrible at getting things out and looking up addresses and stuff. So I'm gonna have to be more diligent and start that sooner. We're thinking of going to the South Carolina Aquarium one night. They are doing a light display. Oh, that would be pretty cool. That would be fun, Cherie, doing that. Yeah, I'm terrible at mailing cards and stuff like that. So if you actually get one for me, you'll be lucky, and you'll consider yourself lucky there because I'm just terrible at that. I got to get that going. I know one year I with a YouTube channel they had a Christmas thing, and I decided I'll do it. I only took like five, probably eight people, and needed to get those out real soon so they can get them. But yeah, but that's good with the Christmas cards and everything. I know some of my favorite Christmas movies are Charlie Brown and the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and then of course Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation. Usually, I will watch a lot of the 25 Days of Christmas or the various movies because they'll usually have like Elf on and just other various Christmas shows. I have a lot of DVDs of Christmas shows, so it's really fun. It's a tradition. Yeah, I forgot about the Grinch. I like the original Grinch, the cartoon Grinch, but the other one is really good. Okay, Surfer Girl, that'll be great. I got to get to bed. Okay, have a great night. Good night, Cherie. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to the beaver nuggets. I was actually looking to see if I could actually, if I like them, if I could order them online. So I'll have to check that out and see. Yeah, I got to do that too, Candy Mom. I got to renew my PO box, but I'll have that done. That's something you reminded me that I need to go do. Christmas movies and specials are your thing. Yes, Penguins Master. And have a great night. But there's just a lot of different things that you can do. Some places, there's a lot of activities that you can go to, um, and everything. The night they saved Christmas. I I I remember the name of that movie. It's probably been a while since I've seen that movie, Glenn. Every year I watch It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, I watch that. I used to work in a movie store. So at Christmas time we would pull out some of the popular movies, and of course It's a Wonderful Life and White Christmas, and then some of the kid type of ones and some of the other popular Christmas movies, and we'd rotate them throughout the day and nights and everything like that. Yeah, I can't wait to try the beaver nuggets. I know some people said it tastes like Captain Crunch, and then she had said that there are other flavors. I just told her I wasn't real familiar with all the different flavors, just do the traditional ones. So hopefully they'll come soon, and I'll be able to try them. I'll try them on stream, and when I get that magic mill, so that'll be pretty fun. Yeah, one of these days when I do rent a car again at Disney, I will. I think I will drive over to Bucky's. Okay, Penguins Master, have a great night. Yeah, I heard they are pretty good. So, um, when I was down there for the 50th anniversary, say I did rent a car because I got a really good price. And after I went to Mike Wheeler's house, I was toying with the idea of driving over to Bucky's after I had stopped at Mike Wheeler's house, because I was actually on the other side of Orlando and I knew it would probably be only another like 45 minutes or so. Um, Drive, and then I decided, nah, I gotta get myself together, get into my room for Ratatouille and stuff. So I did not go do that, but I now kind of wish I probably should have, just as a quick drive. Hello, William, England, Portugal. Thank you for joining. I do appreciate it. Thank you. But I think one of these times when I do rent a car again, I'm gonna probably do that when I first arrive, unless I have something really planned on my arrival day. But maybe that's what I'll do. If I get an early morning flight, fly in, go drive over to Daytona Beach to Bucky's, or see if there's another Bucky's that might be a little closer to Disney. I haven't really looked that up because I know they had put some on, I think, I-75 or around that side. So I'll have to check and see. But maybe drive over that way for Bucky's and then come and go. Especially after seeing, I know like the Philly crew did a video. Jeff and Angela has done a video. Um, so to see all the different merchandise and everything, you could buy all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it would be a good idea because I usually, if I get an early morning flight, I'm in. If I rent the car, all I have to do is head that way out of the airport and then just go and take however long and then make the drive back to Orlando and still have the rest of the day to get checked in and head to a park or whatever. They love the breakfast wrap. Yeah, I know they're building some Bucky's going up I-95 or up in the other area, so I'll have to. check it out to see how close one ever gets to this area. I'd probably have to drive over towards DC and Richmond and stuff, but if I was ever down that way driving, it would be because I don't know if they would ever really put a Buc-ee's up here. Just there are interstates, but and a lot of truck traffic, but there's a lot of different truck type of stations already around here. But that really looked nice. Thank you, William. Yes, it was a great Disney trip. I really enjoyed it. It was a little quick. Um, it was a little tough leaving Disney. I left at 3. I had to leave at 3:30 to head to the airport. Truckers are not allowed at them. Oh, okay. I did not know that. I wasn't sure if it was like a truck stop slash, car station, but I guess it's just a vehicle rest stop or area with that offers a lot of food and shopping and everything like that. So that's good to know. I did not know that. I know they have one that's up by St. Augustine's, but I think the one in Daytona Beach is a lot bigger and busier and stuff too. But yeah, it was a great trip, William. It was a little quick. Although like when I did get in early in the morning and then I took the Magical Express, luckily I didn't have to wait that long for the Magical Express, and we were the second stop after the Kadani Village just because of the way they came in. And then we were like the first stop because we were at All Star. I was at All Star Music, and I pretty much checked in. They gave me a room. I kind of wish I would have asked where it was actually located because she just said, "Oh, it's in this building at that number," and it was a pretty far away room and on the end, and kind of being like a single person and being way out where the woods and stuff was. I did call and ask about switching my room, but they gave an excuse that yeah, there were a lot of runners because it was race weekend and it was pretty crowded. But I think they probably could have found me a different room if they really wanted to try. I'm not going to complain too much because I didn't really bother going back after that to even ask. But I'm sure they could have done that. Um, I don't. I All Star Music is okay if you get a preferred view room because the way that property is, like you're in the main building, but then all the buildings go back long ways. So the closest section is the one right outside of the main building. Everything else is further back. All Star Movies, I really like that because it's built long ways. So there's a couple buildings where you're closer to the main and front of the building. So that's my only complaint about. But when I booked the room, I booked it right whenever it reopened, and they didn't have any of the preferred view rooms, and I kept checking to see about switching because when I was there in October, I actually had a preferred view room, and it actually only was open half open, and I had a room that was real close to everything, and that's why I kept checking because I knew that when I would get back to the back, that I'd probably end up way back there. But it wasn't too bad. Thank you, William. Thank you. And but otherwise, I mean, it was comfortable, and I would stay at the All Stars again. I didn't have too much of a problem or anything. It was just that I was way way in the back. I know Kenzie and Tracy were in the same building, but they had a more front, closer to the walkway area and stuff than I did. But other than that, I'm not going to complain too much because it was a fun trip. I had a good time. Um, it was a pretty long day Saturday because I had to be up at 3 a.m. to get to the airport and arrived and basically dropped off my luggage at the room and headed out to the Magic Kingdom so I can meet them all for lunch and everything like that. Yes, Candy Mom, they are still limiting the housekeeping because they don't um, every other day they'll come and do your towels and dust the place, but they don't really make your beds. Now, during my September trip, I believe I did get one time where they changed the sheets on the bed because I was actually there longer. This trip, Since I was only there for 3 nights, I know they switched out the towels and stuff. And they didn't do anything with the sheets or the bed, so that was limited there. But they did empty the garbage. I tend to kind of use one garbage can so they don't have to, um, empty out all of the garbage cans and stuff. So I tend to kind of keep one garbage can where I try to throw a lot. I don't have a lot of trash, but I try to do that. And then any of the towels I just put on the floor. And usually, if I'm there solo, all the 4 towels that they leave you, that's usually enough for me. But they do, when they do come in and switch, um, then that's fine. But yeah, it is still limited. And I don't know if that'll go back or what they'll do. Yeah, thank you, William. Do you guys have any traditions in Portugal for Christmas or the holidays if you celebrate that? Um, I know a friend of mine, he's from his parents or his dad's from Holland, and he's part Dutch, he's half Dutch, and he does celebrate St. Nicholas Day in December. I forget what the date actually is, but he celebrates St. Nicholas Day in December. So I don't know if you guys celebrate anything different. Sorry about that. My mouth gets kind of dry. That's a good question. But that's what I was kind of talking about, like some of the traditions that we do here in the United States. I know in my city they have light up night. That's going to be this weekend in the city of Pittsburgh. And then they have a German Christmas market all throughout the holiday time. And various places have Christmas lights and houses are light up. A lot of the different townships have light up nights, lighting up their Christmas tree and different stuff, or when you put up a Christmas tree, if you do, and everything. Plus, Black Friday shopping, that's still kind of traditional for some people. We do the nativity scene. Ah, yes. Um, yeah, there's a lot of places that do the nativities and stuff like that. I've seen a few places do a live nativity. My church did a live nativity for 2 years with one of my pastors, and people had a good time doing that. And there's some various churches in the area that do that live nativity or live stable scene and everything. I forgot about that. That's the reason why we celebrate Christmas is that. But that's pretty much it. I do thank everyone for joining. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys all enjoy your holiday season, whether you do. Never bought the yes. Don't forget. I will get back to trivia for all of you that like trivia. I do have Christmas trivia. I may do a surprise stream where I do a Thanksgiving trivia questions. They usually do big nativity scenes with moving objects. Oh, that would be pretty neat to see and everything like that with all of that. Oh, you're welcome, William. Because sometimes different um, different countries and traditions are a little bit different. So that's what I was curious. Yes, I will be getting back to trivia. I do have Christmas trivia. I might do a Thanksgiving trivia next week. I was kind of looking up questions for that and maybe add in some different things on the trivia. Um, and like I said, I enjoyed my Disney trip, and I wish I could get back for some of the Christmas, that more of the Christmas decorations and everything. You never know, but um, we'll see what happens. Um, Not that I'm indicating because I don't have anything planned. I only have a few more days and stuff to go. But and I know Thanksgiving is just a U.S. holiday. I know other countries might have a Thanksgiving for their time, which is a different time. But that's probably what I'll do is some Thanksgiving trivia and get back to some Christmas trivia and some pop trivia and stuff too. But that's pretty much it for my stream this evening. I know Pete McDevitt is going live, I believe, for the Creator Talk. I think he has this Swish Willie. Um, the Disney Nerd Herders are live right now also, and there are other people in the park that are live also. So I see Resort TV One is live at Gig Kids the World with their lights and everything like that. So go check out everyone. Also, thanks to Dean of the Live Place, theliveplace.com. Go check that out when you want to see who might be live or going live. There's all kinds of Disney community, there's the cruising community, RVing, travel agents, and various people on there. You're welcome, Ryan. Thank you for joining this evening. Yeah, it was great to meet everyone. There was a lot of different people that I met for the first time, rather than just seeing them on screen or being on their show or another person's show. Um, Although some of the people I kind of wish I would have hung out a little bit longer, but sometimes my first 2 days, I was in the same parks as some of them. Um, and by the time I got there, um, I had a little bit of an agenda for things that I had scheduled that I needed to get done, and then I did catch up with different people. Um, I kind of wish, like with Tina and Jason, it was nice meeting them. I met them in different places and everything. Um, I kind of wish I could have hung out a little longer, but there's just so much time in the park and so many different things to do and see that the time that I did get to meet and talk with them and stuff, it was fun. But thank you. And thank you all for joining this evening. I hope you have a great night. Go check out the Disney Nerd Herders. Usually the D&G Explorers are on at 8 o'clock. I know Joy S. They're going live at 8 o'clock. On also This and That Crew at 9 p.m. So go check that out. And I hope you guys have a great evening, and let the adventures begin. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night. Bye.